This is just kind of a quick trick for if you have something like this, you have an image on top of a background, and it's not quite light enough back here. I don't really want to change the whole color of this whole background to be a lighter blue. I just kind of want the stuff around this logo to be a little lighter so the logo stands out a little better. One thing you can do is add an outer glow to this logo. So you click on the logo or click on the layer over here, come down to Effects, Layer Effects, and these are all your options. You can go to Outer Glow, and you can see Preview is checked, so it's showing us that. So that outer glow is going to add it around all the edges of that image. It's a PNG, so there's really no background behind Lake Appliance Repair. So it's adding it around pretty much every edge of every letter. You can change the opacity so it's not so dark. That makes it look a little better. You can just drag this up and down. You can change the noise, which makes it more, staticky or not. So the lower the noise, really, the more natural it looks. Oops, I wasn't done. You can change the spread, which makes it kind of bigger, more saturated or not. You can change the size. And you can change these other things. Typically, if you're doing an outer glow, the most you're going to change is probably the opacity. The things that are set to default are typically what makes it look best. So that's one option. All right, so that's how it looks. So it doesn't really make it stand out more. So let's say, okay, well, I don't like that. So you can double click on effects again. This shows you all the effects that you have on. We only have this one on. So I'm going to uncheck that and hit OK. So it took it off. We don't have that effect on there anymore. Even though it says effects here, the outer glow does not have the eyeball. If we click the eyeball, it comes back. Oops. Okay, so there it is. All right, so we didn't like that outer glow. Something that makes it look a little bit better if you want to make this stand out a little more without getting too crazy, you can go to your brush tool over here. And you can see there's multiple ones under here. Just use the default one, the brush tool. If you go up here to all the brush options, if you make the brush pretty big and make the hardness pretty soft and play around with your opacity, that was telling me that I couldn't put that on this. So we want this brush stroke to be on the background. So on the background underneath Lake Appliance Repair. So you can see this circle, this is how big my brush is going to be. If I want it to be bigger, you can come up here and change it manually, but again, the keyboard shortcuts are easier. Again, you can use the brackets to the right of the letter P on the keyboard. The bracket on the right makes the brush bigger, the bracket on the left makes it smaller. So say I want it to go like that. All right, if I just click, that adds a diffused color, almost looks like a light behind Lake Appliance Repair. That wasn't the color I wanted, so I'm going to come up here and pick a different color. I want it to be white. I just click, and it does that. Okay, say I don't like that. Say I want it a little bigger. I'm going to do my bracket again, make it pretty big. And I want the opacity, I want it to be less, I want it to be more see-through. So let's make it 15. See, I clicked and you can barely see anything. That's the best way to go. Just do a tiny bit at a time. But that way it kind of gives a little bit of light behind it. And again, you can change the colors, but that's just something, if this logo was like a black or something or a dark blue, it would work a little bit better. But that's just a quick shortcut to, if you want something to look like it kind of has a spotlight or a light shining on it, just use the brush tool. Don't try and get into all the lighting effects and everything. This is way simpler.